Hello, everybody. It is Friday night. You know what that means? It means Shauna's spilling the Presley tea. And I've got some tea for you tonight, folks. Been gathering it all week. Thank you so much for joining. As I said, John, hi, Ginger, CPAM, Jennifer. Hey, guys. What's everybody doing? I hope y'all are keeping cool and enjoying the summer for what it is. Oh, I'm glad you guys are here. Hey, Elvis chick. Hello. Uh, hello. I'm glad you're here, Elvis chick. Yeah. I hope I put a smile on some of y'all's faces. Y'all putting a smile on mine. It's been one of those crazy days of a boy mom. You know, when I'm off during the summer, because I work at a school, I get to be off with my son. So he keeps me busy, and I've been trying to entertain a 10-year-old. So, yeah. Y'all are about the first adults I got to talk to today besides my hubby. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Matt, TV, hi. Hey. Yeah. I was going to let a few more people come up. Hand Mop, hi. Hi, honey. Hi, William, Patricia, Jessica, Rosalind, Elvis chick. You always do, hon. Patty, hi. Hi, Patty. Kathleen, Queen Scott. Oh, it's nice to see all y'all here. Jennifer, enjoy your time with your son. They grow up too fast. Yeah, they sure do. It still feels like, well, it feels like I just brought him home yesterday, if that makes any sense. I mean, I don't know where the 10 years went. It went by fast enough. Uh, Hi, Lily. Hi, William. I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing fine. I'm a little slower than usual tonight. I went swimming today, and I didn't get sunburn or nothing, but for some reason I got overheated and I kept jumping in the pool, but I got home and I felt like I did a lot more than that for some reason. So I'm gonna try and put the pep up, guys. I need to keep you in here. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. Oh, anyways, there is news to be told. Spilling the tea tonight to you guys. Let me get my stuff. Kathy, hi Shauna, how are you? Hello everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. William, I'm fine. I'm loving my Elvis family. Good, I'm glad. Relaxing by the minute. Good evening, Shauna. Good evening, honey. I'm glad all y'all are here. All right, let's see here. So the first thing that I saw in the news this week was Riley Keough's legal woes over Lisa Marie's ex filing for the girls. There's extra to what we were talking about in the other videos. So I'm going to read this article to you, and we're going to talk about it because it got back in the news again. Remember the last thing that we talked about when it came to Riley and Lockwood was he was trying to get more money for the girls, but the judge put a stop to it at the moment so they can investigate more on if he really needs that amount of money or not, because they were going to like see if he really did need the money. So that's the last thing that we heard. So I'm going to read this article to you and we're going to talk about it, guys. I've got this article in USA Trends, all right? And this is what it says. Riley Keough was hit with another legal claim filed by mom Lisa Marie Presley's ex-husband, Michael Lockwood. Lockwood, who shares two twin daughters with the late Lisa Marie, is pleading for his request for $150,000 in legal fees to reimburse by Elvis Presley's trust, per court documents obtained in Touch Weekly. So he wants them to pay his legal. In other words, he wants them to pay his legal fees for the girls because the girls needed a lawyer to get, to get everything took care of and stuff. So he wants $150,000. Um, Riley was appointed sole administrator of the Promenade Trust, which holds most of Elvis's estate, after her grandmother Priscilla Presley dropped her court fight to be named co-administrator back in March. During the legal proceedings, Lockwood was appointed as guardian for his 15-year-old twins to represent their interest. Okay? Through the significant I can't talk. Through the significant efforts and contributions of the parties, including Mr. Lockwood and his counsel, all disputes surrounding Lisa Marie's estate were efficiently resolved. That settlement was approved by the court on August 4th of 2023, which was last year. Lockwood's lawyer said the attorney added that from the outset, Michael and his counsel played a central role in help keeping the parties focused on resolving those issues with minimum court intervention. Now, Lockwood is asking the court to approve his request to be reimbursed $153,647.32 spent in legal fees. Lockwood is expecting that the legal fee will be reimbursed from the Promenade Trust, which is under Riley, which would be deducted from the shares of the Promenade Trust established for Finley and Harper in equal shares. Meanwhile, the judge is waiting for additional evidence before he decides to make a ruling. So it's back at it again, but $150,000 is what he's asking for. $150,000. Wow. I mean, that's a lot of money for lawyers. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that he needs to get this money to pay the legal fees for the twins? Or do you think that maybe he needs to get a job? Michael Lockwood, Michael, get a job. Because, I don't know. He needs to, I think, personally, I think he needs to contribute to his own daughters as well. It shouldn't be all up to the Promenade Trust. Everybody else, it should be also up to him. Don't you guys think? I mean, I do. Let me see what you guys think. Maria, hi. Hi, LINWT. Hi, Ginger. Hi, Leanne. Sending love from Australia. Let's see, Nat. He doesn't want to work for a living, and it seems Stephanie doesn't want to support him financially. Oh, you mean his wife? It seems to me if that's the truth, then maybe he's the type of man that always wants to be took care of by their wife or girlfriend and not take care of them, wife or girlfriend. Maybe he's the type of guy that always lives off of other people, that he just can't make a living off of himself. I don't know, but I think that he needs to get a better job and not rely completely on the Promenade Trust, because eventually the judge will see through that. Nancy, good evening. Shauna, good evening. Patricia, he is such a deadbeat. Yes, he is. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Rhonda. Lisa, hi, Shauna. Good evening. You look great. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. Queen, he's asking Lisa's 3 daughters to pay his debt off if he can't afford to take care of them. Well, yeah, like I said before, I mean, obviously he can't pay for anything with the girls. He has to always ask for help. It's like, where's his money? And if he doesn't make enough money, then maybe he's living a little high up than what his means is. I remember Riley talking about her childhood, and she said when she was growing up and her parents weren't together anymore, that Lisa Marie had lifestyle where, Riley and Ben were took care of really well. But when she would visit her father, Danny, she remembers eating cereal and sleeping on the floor on pallets. A simple life with Danny. So why can't that be with the twins and Michael Lockwood? If he can't afford to take care of the twins, then maybe he's living a little higher up than his means, and he needs to go down a peg or two of what he can afford. I think it's ridiculous. He thinks he has to ask money and live off of the Promenade Trust in order for his daughters to get this or that. I think that he needs to step up and be a dad and either get out of the mansion that he lives in, go a little lower in his means that he can afford, and actually be a father. That's my opinion. Barbara, he helped make those daughters, so he should take care of them. Exactly. Hand mop. What did Lisa ever see in him to begin with? I don't know. Maybe she kind of thought he looked like Tom Petty or something. I don't know, those big hats or whatever. I don't know. She had a different type of taste in men than some. Jennifer, he will dwindle it away slowly from his kids. He could, he would if he could, but thank goodness that the courts will investigate every time he asks for money, I hope, and stop it, stop it before it gets out of control. Relaxing by the minute, stealing from Elvis and his own children. Wow, how sad. I don't think he cares, relaxing by the minute. I really don't think he cares. Well, well said, Shauna, said Shelley. Ginger, Lockwood is no good. Hello, Darlene. Ginger, I agree with everyone. Relaxing by the minute. I remember the old saying is, man that doesn't is a man that doesn't eat. Well, he obviously thinks that since he's been eaten off the Promenade Trust that he can continue to do so. Elvis chick. I'm sorry I forgot to say hi, Ginger. Well, you did now, sweetheart. Teresa. Priscilla, Mike too, of a kind, deadbeat father. Find a job. I wish Lisa never married Mike. Yeah, but then we wouldn't have the twins. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Queen Scott. This sounds like Priscilla is coaching him. Neither him or Navarone was invited to Lisa's funeral. Priscilla overstepped and invited both. Then again, a lot of people close to Lisa Marie have said the same thing. They couldn't believe that Michael Lockwood was there. Tina, hi Shauna. I'm ready to spill too. I've been doing it. We've been talking about Michael Lockwood asking for $150,000 from the Promenade Trust to pay legal fees for the girls, which I have made my opinion that I think he needs to fork over some money for a change. Rosalind, Danny Keogh is the best looking man Lisa ever had. Rosalind, I will have to agree with that one. I will have to agree with that one. If we're going by looks. Elvis chick, agree, Queen. I totally agree with you, Rosalind. Yeah. So, hi, C. Pam. He should marry Prissy. They are two peas in a pod. I heard a rumor. Was it a rumor or I read something in a magazine when Lisa Marie was getting a divorce from Michael Lockwood? Was something about Priscilla was flirting with Michael Lockwood or buttering up to Michael Lockwood, and it was really making Lisa Marie Presley really mad about that. But I did read somewhere, and I can't remember where it was. Of course, it could have been just a gossip magazine, but we all know that in the past, Priscilla Presley has tried to butter up with Lisa's boyfriends. I mean, she did it when Lisa was a teenager, right? She tried to take Lisa's boyfriend, or she at least tried to mess around with Lisa's boyfriend. And we learned about that last year from, I don't remember where, but it's out there. Trevor, Lockwood is a good father to the twins from all accounts, and Priscilla and him tried to contest the original will, and he says he helped Riley get control of the estate. This is what he's saying, though, Trevor. We don't know for sure. We just don't know. William, he said, "Oh my God, I just spit out my tea, his Pepsi." Well, be careful. Kimberly, hi everyone. I fell off my horse and broke my hip. Recovering from surgery, now in rehabilitation. Girl, hugs and prayers. Sorry to hear that. Elvis chick. There was pics and magazines of him and Beaulieu meeting, and all is lovely dicey during it. Yeah, him and her were a little too close. Relaxing by the minute. I wish I could have bewitched the twins to age 18. You wish you could? Well, you know, they're already growing up too fast as it is. I mean, they don't even look their age right now. Do they look their age to you? I mean, to me, they look in their 20s. They kind of look legal, but they're not. But it runs in the family, you know. All of them look older than their age. Lisa, Lisa was too good for that scumbag. She shouldn't have lowered her standards because she deserved so much better. Love Lisa so much. Wish we could have connected while she was still alive. You and me both, girl. You and me both. Susie Q, hi. Patricia, I hope you feel better soon, Kimberly. Elvis chick, oh no, Kimberly, take care. Hugs and prayers sent to you. Yeah, guys, pray for Kimberly. And while we're talking about it, please pray for Tanya. I haven't heard anything, but I miss her dearly, and I know that God has her. Okay, guys, here is the next. Oh, my eyes are watering. No. Here's the next dish to spill. Okay. So there was a date that came up recently, and it was an anniversary of a death. And some ex-wife decided to get it wrong by posting on the wrong date, so she can stay relevant. You know how Priscilla loves to stay relevant, right? So she had to do that. So she writes on her Instagram, because I'm blocked on Facebook, so she does this. She goes, being on stage, especially after the Manson murders, there's a whole lot of craziness out there, and I worry about Elvis. That some jealous husband or boyfriend will do something bad. And this was about Vernon's anniversary death. And my friend Anonymous wrote underneath, you do know that Vernon passed on the 26th, right? Well, Prissy Pants decides to post on the 25th. So you would think that she would know that date. People were also talking to her that, hey, the date, honey, you got the date wrong by a day. Excuse me, Vernon's anniversary death is the 26th, not the 25th. But she obviously didn't know that. So also what I found underneath the post that she got wrong was none other than Angie Marchese from Graceland Archives posted on her post. She writes, right here, she writes, no, he died on June 26th, not 25th. Even Angie knew the date of Vernon's anniversary death. And then somebody underneath named Christopher wrote underneath going, yes, clearly Priscilla knows the date. She just posted it today, the day before. It says the 26th at the beginning of her video, though. But Angie chimes in, and she goes, yes, I know that Priscilla knows. It's a sweet video and love that she is more active on social media. It's great to see her having fun and all. Much love. You can tell Angie from Graceland Archives really loves Priscilla. But these are all the comments underneath Priscilla's wrong date of Vernon passing. I mean, come on. Why would she post it a day early? Why didn't she just wait to post it the day of? I don't understand. You know, she says she loves Elvis and he was the love of her life. Well, she would know the day Vernon passed. In fact, she would know it. It would be embedded in her brain because he had to make her executor of the will for Lisa Marie. Had to make her the executor of the estate for Lisa Marie. So wouldn't she remember when Vernon died? Because that's the big thing that happened when Vernon died. After all the nagging and nagging and nagging and getting all the Memphis Mafia to help her and back her up, and Vernon being sick, she finally winded him down to the point where he gave her executor, even though knowing that Elvis wouldn't approve. Elvis didn't put her in anything in his will. But anyway, I digress. Ruby, thank you for the $10, honey. I appreciate your super thanks. Thank you so much, honey. Really. Mwah. Kimberly, the only good thing was Elvis was singing to me all through my surgery. Not sure if it was the drugs they gave me or what. I feel like he's a guardian angel to all of us. Girl, bless you. Relaxing by the minute. Lisa Marie was young and fell in love. We all wish we could go back and change some things. Oh, yeah. I wish I could go back and change that I never got married the first time. I wish I could go back and not make that mistake. Patricia, sending prayers for Tanya. Thank you. Ginger says that she makes her sick. Lily, thanks, honey. Kathy, yes, she tried to pay a tribute to Vernon, but got the wrong date. She never liked Vernon, but now she's trying to butter up all her fans with this garbage. Oh, Kathy, you ain't just whistling Dixie on that one. That's exactly what she's doing. That's exactly what she's doing. Elvis chick, she's sickening. Susie Q, Shauna's Priscilla voice always makes me laugh. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Mwah. Lily. Oh, that hunk can get us through the good and the bad times. Yes, Elvis can get us through the good times and the bad times. Trevor, statement. Michael Lockwood was able to achieve his goal of ensuring the court issues were all resolved cost efficiently so Finley and Harper would have the financial resources their mother intended. Well, that's good. At least he's stepping up for that, but he still needs to get a job, Trevor. Michael Lockwood, Michael, get a job. Michael Lockwood, Michael, get a job. Lily, I love how you imitate Prissy Pants. Thank you much. Barbara, she doesn't know of the date of Elvis's birthday and death date. Why would she remember Vernon? Good point. Good point. Queen Scott, Vernon didn't have a daughter-in-law the day he passed. The woman was and is an ex. Uh-huh. Yep. You're right. You're right, Queen. Relaxing by the minute. To be honest, Vernon was a good-looking guy. Yes, to be honest. I mean, he had his looks. He looked a lot better than his brother Vester. That's what I have to say. Hey, Vernon looked better than Vester, and Vernon looked better than his own daddy, Jesse. Okay, that's all I gotta say. He didn't look as good as his son Elvis, though. But he did get some of Elvis. Elvis did get some of Vernon in him. But I think Elvis got more of Gladys and Gladys's father in him, though. There'll be an ad in a minute, guys, so I'm not going to talk about anything important till y'all get back. But if you watch the ad, I would appreciate it. That's how YouTube pays me. So if you watch it, that'll be great. Oh, there is something I want to say, though, before we get back to the news and the dish. I'm going to start a membership program on YouTube. So if you guys want to be a member, there'll be a button to push on all my videos. If you want to find it, it'll be on the bottom or something. After tomorrow, I'm going to open a membership. And the perks of being a member to my channel are these. You will get 4 videos a month that only you will get to see. No other people get to see it, just you guys who buy the membership. I'm going to start the membership off at I think $2 a month. But you guys get 4 free videos that only you guys as being members can see. Also, since I am doing live shows, I was thinking about giving y'all content before anybody else gets to see it. But since I'm only doing live shows, there really isn't no content before anybody else gets to see it. So I decided to give you guys, if you become members, you guys get your own personal videos for $2 a month. We're going to talk about all kinds of things, Elvis, guys, all kinds of things that I don't have time for the lives. We're going to talk about it on those 4 free videos a month for you guys. So $2 a month, and you get to see me 4 extra times a month, guys. So I just thought I'd throw it out there. I'm going to start the membership. It'll be started like tomorrow. So yeah, I thought I'd let you guys know. Something extra, something new that you guys can go through. Let's see here. Rosalind, I think Prissy and Angie are a little too chummy. Remember, Angie is head of the archives. Yes, and remember, how did that couple get that Elvis Aloha from Hawaii stuff at the wedding chapel in Memphis and end up with the stuff in Iowa? How did that happen? I think Angie and Archives had a lot of explaining to do, and guess what? She didn't explain nothing. Nobody explained anything. It is still under wraps, and that happened a year and a half ago, folks. So I'm always very weary about Angie for that reason, because of that. Ever since that happened, there has been crickets. Nobody has said anything about it. Jessica thinks it's disgusting how Priscilla flirted with Lisa's boyfriend when she was younger. Teresa says she remembers money, money, honey. Patty, Priscilla is a piece of work. She's a piece of something, all right. Ginger, Priscilla still uses Elvis and his family, and she always will till the day she dies. Nat TV. It is pretty sick that she flirted with Lisa's boyfriend, Nat TV. I mean, it just shows you her character, all right? My mother would have never have done that with one of my boyfriends when I was young. So I don't know. That's pretty bad. Tina, I think he needs this money for himself, not the girls. Maybe someone is threatening him for money. No, he claims it's for legal fees, Tina. He claims it's for the lawyer legal fees, so. Teresa, wish the clock could turn back and bring Elvis, Lisa, and Gladys and Ben. I wish. Yeah, it would be nice, but that's not how it works. Not how it works. Ginger says she loves my Priscilla voice too. It's been years in the making, guys. Years in the making. Nat TV. I think she blamed Lisa for Edward's sexual attraction to her. The sick woman thought her daughter was competition on men's attention. Sick, narcissistic woman. Yes, and I've been reading a lot of things about narcissistic women, and when you go into the children of a narcissistic woman, the daughter always gets the blunt end of the abuse. So I've always felt sorry for Lisa, just because of who she had as a mom. Always, just because of that. I think she would have done so much better if God just didn't give her that mom. But that's just me. It could be a pretty harsh what I said, but I mean, she would have had a better lot in life if she had anybody else but Priscilla. John, Shauna, everyone at Graceland has to kiss up to Prissy, even Angie. They all do. They all have to play ball with the narrative, but a lot of them are waking up right now. I mean, she's not invited. She has to buy a ticket like everybody else, according to Joel. So, you know, Trevor, I read in one book that allegedly Priscilla did not want some people to mourn or cry over Vernon, but I still need to verify. Ooh, you need to tell me what book that is from. When you find out, Trevor, let me know, because I've never heard of that. And if she did, it's probably because of her Scientology lifestyle. You're not supposed to mourn the dead because they're all going to be reincarnated. Lisa, no, I do not. That's just one of those sick conspiracy jokes out there. I can't handle that at all. Tim Burris, it's me again, Margaret. Are you naked? No, sorry. That was a Ray Stevens joke. Pam, I wish the same thing. I missed him. Elvis chick. No, Bob Joyce. I know. I can't even handle reading the name Bob Joyce just because everybody does that crap. He is not Elvis. Elvis is not alive. Elvis is gone. He has passed away, ladies and gentlemen. LLNWT. Even in Lisa's death, Lockwood is still wanting money. Joel knows a lot of stuff. Wish he would come out and say more. He is not a fan of Scylla. I know. That's the only ball we have with Joel in the court. He loves Lisa. He can't stand Scylla. So at least we have that ball in the court. Paranormal. Hi. Nat TV. She's very caring and loving like Elvis was with her. Lisa was very caring and loving. Yeah. I think that's why she just disregarded the fact that Navarone was going to get a little bit of the trust because she never changed it. Even after all that time that he bashed her and said bad things about her and posted bad things about her, she kept him on that. So I'm thinking that had something to do with her father's love. It just trickled down onto her. But that's just me again. Jessica, wait, so Priscilla has to buy a ticket to Graceland? Sorry, I'm a bit confused. Yes, Jessica, she's not allowed in Graceland anymore after all the mishap that happened when she took the girls to court. Joel said that Priscilla can go to Graceland anytime she wants, but she has to buy a ticket like everybody else. So that was a big eye opener of a statement that he made about a year and a few months ago. Trevor, remember when an alien the can't talk. Remember when an ailing Vernon tried to put Linda Thompson and Priscilla on the same airplane to come to Elvis's funeral, and Priscilla blocked that move? She made it hard on a man with an ailing heart. She did. And when she got on the plane, according to Shirley Dew, if I remember correctly, she looked around. This is all mine now. This is my plane. And then she wouldn't let any of the ex-girlfriends fly on the Lisa Marie. They had to all get commercial flights. Uh-huh. I remember, Trevor. I remember. That's when Priscilla put on the widow garb and started acting like she was the widow of Elvis and not the ex-wife. Ginger, she's a creep. Gracie, Lockwood is the reason there was such a big fight and took her so long to get the divorce. He was trying to get her to sell Graceland. She talked about it in a video. He wanted a big payday. I know, and I know that she probably wrote about a lot of this stuff in her book. Patty, Well, I mean, I'm hoping so. It was a big divorce case. I mean, she just got, I mean, it was drawn out, and then the custody for the girls, it was just all drawn out. So you think that in her book she's going to write about this. Patty, narcissistic mothers do target their daughter. I know firsthand experience. They put their sons on a pedestal. Well, then that explains a lot of why Navarone gets by with what he does. Relaxing by the minute. I believe the reason Prissy didn't want Lisa is the fact that she couldn't travel with Elvis like she used to do. She hated motherhood. Oh yeah, she did. The only thing good for her that she had was having the golden egg so she can use Elvis for all that he had for that little girl. Okay, so guys, after all of this time, Elvis Presley is finally in the news again. Elvis Presley. So let's talk about it, guys. Elvis Presley is finally in the news. Finally. Hold on a sec. Relaxing by the minute. I believe the reason Priestess didn't want Lisa is the fact that she could. Oh, I read you already. Sorry. Susie Q. Lisa was asked in an interview who she was more like, her mother or her father's side. She said, I am absolutely Presley. See, she didn't say bull you, did she? Gracie. Shauna, the day of Lisa's funeral, he came in saying, okay, I'm taking the girls. How much do I get? Ugh, how terrible. Okay, so this is Elvis Presley in the news. Finally, we finally got something for Elvis. Listen, this is from Forbes. Elvis Presley reaches a remarkable milestone on Billboard's album chart. Elvis Presley scored dozens of huge hits during his lifetime. Some of them predated the Billboard charts as they existed today. So, not all of his beloved singles count towards his official history, though his fans still know and love them. Yes, Patricia, it's about time Elvis gets in the news. The late singer Elvis' 30 number one hits features most of Presley's most famous tunes, including both those that reached the Billboard charts and those that didn't get a chance to, as they were released too early. Sales and streams of all these smashes and collections in general have kept it afloat on one ranking for years. Number one ranking for years, and now it's reached a very special milestone. Elvis, 30, number one hits, has spent 200 weeks on the Billboard 200, guys. 200 weeks! The compilation hits that number this frame as it once again holds on and finds space on Billboard's namesake, ranking of the most consumed albums in the country. Presley's greatest hits set marks his first project to make it to 200 weeks on the Billboard 200. It's noteworthy that he only reaches that number decades after his passing, and that Elvis' 30 number one hits has earned all of its turn on the competitive tally since his death. Only one other collection from Presley has managed to rack up triple-digit weeks on the tally. The Essential Elvis Presley album has thus far managed to land somewhere on the Billboard 200 for 107 weeks, though it hasn't been seen anywhere on the 200 spot list for some time. But this week, Elvis' 30 number one hits makes a home at number 184 on the Billboard 200. It falls slightly as last time around it appeared at 178. So the project moved just under 8,700 equivalent album units last tracking frame. So Elvis' 30 number one hits helps the late rocker reach a new best, showing on the Billboard 200. The set falls from 44 to 50, and over the top country album list, the release is at number 35. So 200 weeks, guys, he has been on the Billboard chart for his album Elvis, 30 number 1 hits. Isn't that awesome? So doesn't he's not here, but he doesn't have to stay relevant and put himself in relevant things like Priscilla, but he doesn't have to. Elvis doesn't have to say anything. Elvis's music is what keeps on going. Elvis's music is what keeps him relevant even today, guys. So yeah, Jessica, it's mind-blowing. It really is that he is still on the Billboard charts. Gracie, the lawyers charged more than they should because they probably heard from Lockwood, well, I can get the trust to pay you, so can charge more. Maybe, Gracie. I know lawyers are expensive, so good luck to Michael Lockwood. Kathleen, Elvis will always be relevant. Always. Always. Our guy will always be relevant. You know, he once worried that people were never gonna remember him. He was worried that we were gonna forget him. And with all this and him still being in the news, he had nothing to worry about. Not one thing. Not one thing. You know? So, Gracie, Lockwood married Lisa thinking Daddy's money would support him. Michael wants someone else to support him. He seems like that kind of guy. Patty, Elvis, the highest selling record artist in the world and is still selling today. That's right. Elvis check. And Elvis thought we forgot him. Never. Never. Teresa says, Amen. Gracie, he's a married man again, and he's got another baby. Yeah, and he relies on his women to put shirts on his back. It's kind of sad, really. See, Pam, wow, that's amazing, but not surprising to us. No, Elvis always stays relevant with his music. Susie Q, Larry Geller said in an interview, if you want to know Elvis, listen to his music. Bravo, Elvis. Yep, bravo. Gracie, I can't imagine Lisa being with him. Danny was a better guy than Michael Lockwood. Yeah, but let's not forget, she divorced Danny to marry Michael Jackson. So, I don't know. But she kept Danny around her whole life. So that's what's crazy. So she divorces Danny to get with Michael Jackson. And then she gets with Lockwood, but she still has Danny around. Jessica, yeah, I heard about that where he said he was worried about that. He had irrational fear of being forgotten. Elvis did have a fear about it. He worried if people would remember him. So it was a fear of his. But he had nothing to worry about. Not a thing. Let's see here. Okay. So you guys are wondering how much are Priscilla's meet and greets? You love my brows? Oh, thank you. Oh, can you see it? It's just white. I love it too. I got it on sale. I think it was Old Navy. Old Navy. So Priscilla Presley's meet and greets is a lot more money than you guys think. And when I tell you how much Priscilla charges Elvis fans, and why the heck would Elvis fan pay this amount of money? But I'm going to read to you guys what she charges, and it's mind-boggling. How much are Priscilla Presley's meet and greets? Priscilla meet and greets are a special VIP ticket that is very, very limited. Oh, very limited, guys. Not all shows or performers have meet and greets, and the shows that do have Priscilla Presley meet and greets may only have a tiny amount to be sold. Thus, Priscilla Presley meet and greet ticket prices may be between $1,000 to $5,000 per ticket due to the exclusive and limited nature of the product. So Priscilla Presley is a product. Check Priscilla Presley meet and greet prices and click a button. Priscilla meet and greet prices rarely decrease in price like normal tickets do to their limited and exclusive nature. So her meet and greets are $1,000 to $5,000, guys. Really? Who does she think she is? Elvis Presley? Elvis didn't even charge money for meet and greet. I mean, it's getting ridiculous how much worth she thinks she's worth. She ain't worth nothing to me. I don't know about you guys, but she ain't worth nothing to me. But to charge Elvis fans $1,000 to $5,000, so it depends. And I'm like thinking to myself, who would pay that? Obviously, some people are paying it, but I mean, come on now. For her, it's just mind-boggling that people were going to pay that to see her. Gracie, Priscilla loved Michael because he is a Scientologist. Last I heard, Michael isn't a Scientologist. And Danny is a Scientologist. Joy, I think they should release a 68 special on regular TV to let everyone see how wonderful he was. That's an idea. Teresa, Elvis is the best singer ever. Beautiful voice. Angel, best entertainer ever. Elvis will never be forgotten. Love forever, always. Love and miss him. I do too. Nat TV. Lisa said that Danny was like a brother to her. I think that is a problem for a romantic relationship. Something like this happened to me with my first boyfriend. Oh, she did say that? Okay, I guess I can see why that would be a problem. I wouldn't want to marry someone like my brother either. Lily, Priscilla is an embarrassment. Gracie, Priscilla liked Lockwood because of the Scientology bull. Well, you'll have to explain more about that because Michael Lockwood isn't a Scientologist, so I don't know how that worked. Susie Q. Elvis would be angry that she is charging his fans. He loved all his fans too much for that. Yeah, but he's not here to just, dispute it. She's going to charge whatever she thinks people are going to pay for her. I just think it's sad she thinks herself such high esteem that she's worth $1,000, let alone $5,000. Patricia, that's insane. Barf. I don't get it. Why? I don't get it either. I really don't know why I don't understand people's fascination with this plastic surgery train wreck of a woman. I really don't. Rose, I wouldn't walk across the street to see her for free. That's a good one. Nat TV, and some people pay it. Yep. Some people do. We're going to have an ad in about 5 seconds. I won't talk about anything important, but if you guys watch the ad, that's how I get paid, guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's just crazy how people will pay that to see her, the ex-wife. The ex-wife. She wasn't even married to him, and they treat her as a widow, and they continue to do it, and it makes me sick too. This is why I keep trying to point out, as always, in Messenger, comment section, or whatever, ex-wife. Because some of these people, when they write articles about Priscilla, if you guys haven't noticed, they don't put ex-wife in some of these. It's really terrible. It's like she really wants them to forget ex-wife so she can get history rewritten. Gracie, Priscilla's so jealous of Linda Thompson, it's pitiful. Oh, they're both jealous of themselves. It's true. They're both jealous. Tracy says that she thinks it's creepy that Priscilla thinks that she's on a concert tour. She really thinks she's that important. Teresa, I would never pay to see her. She's nothing without Elvis. Nada. She's nada without Elvis. That's why she had to keep his name and keep it going. Cheryl, Zilla and Lockwood had the same publicist at one time. Yes, they did. Yes, and also Navarone. They all three. So Priscilla, Navarone, and Lockwood all share the same three. They all share the same publicist. Elvis chick. Gracie, let's see, I can't read that. Elvis chick. Michael isn't a Scientologist, and he doesn't have no kids with a second wife. I'm not being smart. I'm not either. I didn't understand those comments either, Elvis chick, because Michael isn't a Scientologist. And as far as I know, his new wife, Stephanie, doesn't have a baby. Trevor, that's very expensive meet and greet with Priscilla in a Biden economy where gas, food, restaurant, electricity prices are through the roof. Well, I don't understand why she thinks that she needs to charge, period. Does she really think she's that important? I mean, how many stories does she have to retell everybody? Gracie, Michael's married again. He just had a baby when Lisa died. Yes, he's Priscilla's buddy for Scientology. Well, I still don't believe that, Gracie. I know he's married again. Her name's Stephanie, but as far as having another kid, I have not seen that. And him being a Scientologist, I don't see that either. Soul, hi, haven't seen you in a while, Soul. Just got here. Plus, chat, catch me up. What's Pris up to now? Oh, she got Vernon's anniversary death date wrong. Yeah, she did that. That's what we talked about with her so far. Nat TV, I wouldn't pay a dime. I wouldn't even see her for free. I'll tell you what I would do. Even if I walked one way and she was coming my way, I would turn around and walk the other direction. Seriously. If I ever get to a place where I'm about to bump into her, I go the other way. I go the other way. I don't even want to talk to her. So if I'm at Graceland and I'm going to go to the guest house and she happened to be there or something, if she going left, I'm going to go right, guys. I ain't talking to that woman. Relaxing by the minute. She's washed up. No one cares about her. She kept using Elvis' name. Prissy, girl, no one is interested in you. Elvis chick. Gracie, I know he's married again, but they have no children. He's not into Scientology. The twins and him never were. Exactly, Elvis chick. I don't know where Gracie's getting that information from. See, Pam, what about that video Amy posted on Facebook, The Golden Years? That was awful. I did not watch that. I did not catch up with that, See, Pam. Nat TV, she wasn't even a decent actress. Riley is great. Riley is a good actress, that's for sure. She's in some weird movies, though, but she's a good actress. Lily, Linda Thompson isn't any better. You know, I have finally started opening my eyes about Linda as well. I didn't see it. When I was reading about Elvis and learning about Elvis my whole life, I always had my bias was against Priscilla. I never would open my eyes against bias about Linda, but I'm starting to open my eyes a little bit now. There are some stuff that Linda did too and continue to do as well. So because I used to like Linda Thompson, you know, and then a few friends of mine started opening my eyes about the things that she's done and said in the past. Catgirl Blue. Why would anyone pay to see her? What is there left to say anyway? Exactly, Catgirl Blue. Unless she makes up something. I mean, she could if she wanted to make up a story or two, because everybody that would be able to clarify it is dead by now. So she could start making up stories. Hand Mop, true Elvis fans would never pay to see her. Exactly. But the ones that are just there for her are going to pay that amount, though. Yep. Rainbow, Michael Lockwood reminds me of either Willy Wonka or a character from Alice in Wonderland. He's like Willy Wonka, the Mad Hatter, and Tom Petty all intertwined. Does that make sense? That's what Michael Lockwood gives to me. So you're you're not alone. Tito, she dumped Elvis for another married man, and from the social sites, it appears they love her for it. I don't get it. I don't either. I really don't. She's known for breaking Elvis's heart. So why are people worshiping her for that? Paranormal. Yeah, Elvis is the one we love. I bet if Priscilla tried to sing, she couldn't carry a tune. Well, that she did that Wicked Broadway play or whatever, or some kind of Wicked play where she sang Trouble, and it was awful. Paranormal. You can look it up on Google. Priscilla Presley sings Trouble, and it was awful. I really wanted to barf. I wanted to sing it to her. That's how much it sucked. If you're looking for trouble, you came to the right place. If you're looking for trouble, just look right in my face. I was born standing up and talking back. Priscilla is a crazy woman. She's evil. Oh, her middle name is Misery. You better stay away from evil, 'cause Prissy will take everything and leave. Sorry. Sometimes I just got to. Trevor, Linda Thompson's all class and kind. She is, but I have some things I've been learning about Linda. I'm seeing things. Rainbow, Shauna, you're 5'7". She's 5'3". You should cross the street first. Good one. I am taller. I'm taller than she is. Gigi, I heard that Jerry and Priscilla have had an affair off and on through the years. What do you know about this information? Well, it was out there for a long time, and I found a friend of mine who found an article in the newspaper archive saying that they were dating. They actually confirmed that. So they were dating sometime, but I don't know if they're doing it now. But I know they dated in the past. Jessica, I'm still going on about the 200 weeks. This is how huge of a sensation Elvis was. Absolutely mind blowing. I don't think any celebrity has hit the charts for that long on the history of ever. I know. I mean, excuse me. You don't see the Rolling Stone on the top on the billboard these days. You don't see the Beatles. You don't see Creedence Clearwater Revival. You don't see the Eagles. You don't see the Birds. You don't see any of those, but we see Elvis on the billboard. So his music keeps him relevant. That's all I have to say. His music speaks for himself. Thanks, 11389,000. Where should Priscilla be buried? Like, should I be? Let me think. Where should she be buried? Well, they could find a hole in the ground somewhere and just stick her in it, away from Graceland, far, far, far away from Graceland. That would be fine with me. Fine, fine, fine. Just put her in a hole in the ground, but keep her far away from Graceland. That's where I think she should be buried. Uh-huh. Nat TV asked Rainbow if you think that Shauna, would intimidate her. I doubt it. She knows karate. Or did she fake that too? I don't know. So, no more witnesses. That after Lisa died, Pris tried to tell people she and Elvis continued sleeping together until the end. She dropped that story real quick. I think that's sad that she would even say that. She told everybody else for years that Elvis never touched her after she had Lisa. Quit lying, lady. Ginger, she's been making up things for years. Yes, she has. She's totally nuts. I agree, Tina. Ginger don't get it either. Why is she making up this stuff? Melissa, someone said, where should Priscilla be buried? Send her back to Germany where Elvis should have left her. Nat TV. I heard from the divorce papers that Lockwood even wore her clothes. He's a weirdo. I hope he didn't wear her underwear. Oh my gosh, that sounds like how Linda Thompson found Bruce Jenner wearing her clothes. It kind of full circle in a way. That's kind of weird. Patricia, you go, Shauna. Ginger, the only talent Prissy has is lying. Paranormal gaming. You sing way better than her. Ha ha ha. Good job, Shauna. Oh, thanks. Tammy, you're cute and evil. I tell you, I'm evil. Lily, LT makes it seem like she and Elvis had a great relationship, whereas it was very futile on and off. Elvis finally dumped her after she had an affair with the keyboardist David Briggs. Yep. Nat TV, you're right about that. Some people believe her. Gracie, Elvis chick, I'm sorry I made a mistake. Lockwood isn't a Scientologist. I'm so sorry, my mistake. But I did hear he had just a new baby right at the time Lisa died. But hearing something and knowing the truth is two different things, sweetheart. Lockwood does not have a baby. Just the twins. Elvis chick, thank you, Shauna, for singing to us. Aw, you welcome. But you know I'm going to get some comments in there telling me to shut up. Cowgirl Blue. Linda changes her story from time to time also, like saying that Lisa called her, which she didn't. Also, people talk about Prissy's plastic surgery, but Linda looks like Cher now. So many fillers. Like I said, I used to think differently. I used to love Linda Thompson and have bias from my research for Priscilla. But the thing is, I've been seeing things about Linda, you know? And I don't, if you ask back in the day, if you asked me 10 years ago who was your favorite Elvis girl, I would have said Linda Thompson. But if you asked me now who my favorite was, I would have to say Anita Wood or Anne Margaret. And I wouldn't have said Linda anymore just because my outlook on her has changed. My opinion on Linda has changed with my research and the things people have showed me. So, you know, Linda has her faults as well. TDO, if it's Graceland near the barn next to the farm animals, that's where she should be buried. Well, they could put her in the well. They could put it in the well. They could put it in the well. In the ground somewhere away from Graceland. Or a ditch. Trevor, people should remember that Linda saved Elvis's life 8 times. And yes, she ran up some credit cards, but that's because Elvis wanted her away at various times. I'm not saying I completely not like her, Trevor. I'm just saying I'm starting to see things that, I didn't see before. Linda is a class act, Karen, but I'm starting to see things I haven't seen before. Ginger, she broke his heart because she took Lisa Marie. Trevor, yes, she is a Karen. Linda is class act and kind. Elvis chick, it's okay, Gracie. Sarah likes Dixie Locke. Karen, yes, Trevor. Teresa likes Anne Margaret. Ginger, I don't favor any of Elvis's women. I'm just Team Elvis. Team Elvis all the way. Nat TV, I love Anne Margaret for Elvis since I was a child and I saw Viva Las Vegas. Trevor, David Briggs was an issue at the end, but it was not volatile. Elvis threw a plate of spaghetti against the wall over his wake with Linda in the room. Not her fault. Joy, Memphis Mafia said Linda Thompson did save his life many times. I understand that, and I'm thankful that she did, and I can confirm that she did. It's just there are some things that she did too, that I'm not all that great with. Maybe I'll have a show in the near future and I'll point some things out. All right? I'm not saying I completely not like her. At least I like her a lot better than Priscilla, okay? We're still at the level where I still like her. She's not on the Priscilla level. I don't hate her. Okay? All right. So here is the next news. Okay? So Elvis is in the news again. Elvis is in the news twice this week, and that's a good thing. We learned that he's in the top 200 Billboard, right? Well, now Elvis is in the news again, and it isn't for what we think it is. It's actually because something that he had is going to be auctioned. That's right. And according to the article on CNN, it's his blue suede shoes. But what I don't understand is, how can they auction blue suede shoes when Billy and Joe Smith said in a Q&A a few times that Elvis never owned a pair of blue suede shoes? Now, answer me this. If Elvis never owned a pair of blue suede shoes, why and how are they being auctioned off if Elvis never owned a pair of blue suede shoes? Maybe this article will tell me more about it. So CNN London. When Elvis Presley's debut album took the charts by storm in 1956, Blue Suede Shoes was his opening track. And did you guys know that Carl Perkins wrote the song Blue Suede Shoes? If you didn't, you do now. And if you don't know who Carl Perkins is, well, you're going to have to Google that. But he was a Sun Record signee of the Sun Record record company. He wrote lots of songs. He was doing something called rockabilly, which Elvis did too. So that is Carl Perkins. Plus, Carl Perkins wrote more music than just Blue Suede Shoes, okay? But Elvis sang it, and so did Carl Perkins. And I actually like that song. Fans have the opportunity to step in the King's very own Blue Suede Shoes as they go up for auction at the British Auction House. That's right. It's going to go for an estimate from $100,000 to $152,000. Wow. $126,000 to $152,000, guys, for shoes we don't even know that he even had. Oh, Lordy. According to this, Elvis wore the shoes while singing I Want You, I Need You, I Love You on the Steve Allen Show in July of 1956. Well, that's explaining a lot to me, guys, because if he only wore it one time for the Ed Sullivan Show, he wouldn't actually own them if he only wore them once and he didn't wear them anymore. But the shoes, which are a size 10 and a half and stamped with Nan Bush brand, were worn by Elvis both on and off stage during the 50s, according to the description on the auction site. He wore the shoes in the Ed Sullivan Show when he was singing the song I Want You, I Need You, I Love You, and Hound Dog on the Steve Allen Show in 1956. According to the auctioneer, and gave them to his friend Alan Fortaz in 58, the night before leaving for the U.S. Army. So he wore these shoes one time, gave them to Alan Fortaz, his drummer, before he went into the Army. So now they're at the auction block. The shoes have been author, author the shoes have been authenticated by Jimmy Velvet and close friend of Presley and the founder of Elvis Presley Museum. The lot is accompanied by a letter of authenticity hand signed by Velvet, as well as a letter by Fortes, which describes the events of the evening he was given the shoes. The night before Elvis's Army induction here in Memphis, Elvis had an all-night party at Graceland. Afterwards, we went to the Rainbow Roller Rink. When we all got home, Elvis called some of us upstairs and giving away some of his clothes, and he didn't think he would be wearing and wanting them when he came back from the Army. That night, Elvis gave me these blue suede shoes. I've owned these all these years. Yep, the auction will go live on Friday for the bidding. And the bidding's going to start at $69,000, but they want to try to get at least $126,000. But they're thinking that it might go up for even $152,000. Wow. Just wow. Really. So these are shoes he only wore once, and they're fetching that much money? Wow. Wow. Let me see what you guys have wrote. Ruby, Linda was more of a caregiver than a girlfriend that liked to spend money like crazy. Yeah, I agree with that. Jessica, yeah, Elvis belonged with Anne Margaret, not Prissy Pants. Paranormal, yeah, sucks the one time Elvis got married, it was to a dried up gold digger. Gracie, I know I can't wait to see Lisa's book. I object to Navarone being so hateful about his sister. I agree. Courtney, Shauna, where did you learn that stuff about Linda Thompson? Please, I think you should do a show about Linda Thompson. Courtney, I think I should. Let me get enough of the content together, and yeah, think about that for a future show. Regina, Billy and Joe Smith always say Linda was their favorite. Ginger, Shauna, that's crazy. Queen Scott, I think Prissy broke Elvis's male ego more so than his heart. The tabloid did a hatchet job on Elvis and Priscilla, and Mike stayed in the limelight with their affair. I lived that era. Wow. Wow. There's going to be an ad in about 10 seconds, guys. Some of y'all are going to go away. I promise not to talk about anything too important till you guys return, but please try to watch the ad. That's how I get paid, guys. Ruby, you want to know what songs that he wrote? If Every Day Was Like Christmas. Uh-huh. He wrote that one. Separate Ways as well. He had a hand in Separate Ways. I think there's another one I'm missing. That's Someone You Never Forget as well. So there's 3 songs. That's Someone You'll Never Forget. If Every Day Was Like Christmas. And I had it, but I can't remember. Oh, Separate Ways. So I hope that answered your question. I had to think about that for a minute, Rube. Melissa, but Billy and Joe aren't Elvis. He curbed her, didn't want her around anymore, and he couldn't get rid of her. Marty Lackert said himself in his book. Yes, Melissa, he did, and I agree with you. Gracie, yeah, people ask Billy and Joe Smith which one they love the most, and they always say Linda Thompson. Okay? Cheryl, I have 2 original Carl Perkins blue suede shoes on Sun 45s. Cheryl, get out of here. I love Carl Perkins. But I love Elvis more. So, I just like that kind of music style. I really do. Honey, don't, honey, don't. Where you will when you won't, honey, don't. Trevor, all the guys and Joe say Linda was their favorite. I know, I know. Karen, Billy and Joe don't lie, so let's move on. Oh, we're going to move on, Karen, but that's the last of Elvis in the news was his blue suede shoes. What would you like us to talk about, Karen? Ginger, I know who Carl Perkins is. I like him. See, Pam, Carl was a really decent man. You know, I haven't learned too much about his history, but I love his music. He was a good songwriter, and rockabilly was created, and he was perfect for that. Trevor, Melissa, what woman are you talking about? Soul, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, Elvis all carried the gospel with them, inspiring. Yes, they were the Million Dollar Quartet, except Johnny Cash really wasn't. He only came to that album session that night with Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Elvis for a photo opportunity. After the photo was took, he left before the jam session even happened. If y'all didn't know that, now you do. You know, when you buy the Million Dollar Quartet CD and it has a picture of Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis, and Johnny Cash on the cover? Well, Johnny Cash took that picture, and as soon as that picture was took, he left. And the guys were Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Elvis singing on the CD. Johnny Cash was not singing. So if you guys didn't know that, now you do. Elvis chick. He did but Tom was sorry. Elvis chick. He did Steve Allen's show when he had to wear the tux. Remember, he told Steve, oh, he hated that. He hated singing to the dog. He didn't like singing to that hound dog. He thought it was demeaning. He thought the suit and tails was demeaning too. Melissa, Linda being anyone's favorite is irrelevant. Elvis obviously felt otherwise. He did. Catgirl Blue. Oh, I can't. I read too far. Catgirl Blue. He did wear blue suede shoes on TV. It was even mentioned in a skit on Steve Allen. But he didn't like wear them more than once. He just wore them once. But you're right, he did. But according to Billy and Joe Smith, he didn't own any. So how do you explain that? Why would Billy and Joe Smith say Elvis never owned blue suede shoes, but they're auctioning off a pair, and he did. He wore them on the Steve Allen show. So I'm just trying to make a point here. Joe and Billy Smith said that he never owned a pair, but obviously he did. So even they make mistakes, I believe. Lisa, Lockwood's parents are in Scientology, so I too thought he was. No, that's Danny. Danny. Danny Keough is a Scientologist, and Danny Keough's parents are some of the founders of Scientology. I think you guys have got it flip swapped. It's Danny who is Scientologist and Danny whose parents are in Scientology. In fact, they're some of the founders of Scientology. Lily, you're absolutely right. Right on. You obviously read the same books I did. Trevor, Melissa, that is incorrect. They were out west and she went to his hotel room and she said she's leaving because he brought another girl to the hotel. Lily, no disrespect to those who are LT fans, but the facts are the facts. Patty, Carl Perkins was a very close friend of Winona and Naomi Judd. He performed the Judd's farewell concert. Man, he could play that. Oh, I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs that Carl Perkins picks on with Winona and Naomi Judd. Well, ever since the day that time began, there's been this thing between a woman and a man. I don't know, but I do believe that it started in the garden with Adam and Eve. Samson and Delilah had their fling till she cut his hair and flipped his wing. It don't matter how the story's told, love stays young, it can't grow old. Let me tell you a Bowser about the moon and the stars above. It's what we've all been dreaming of. Let me tell you about love. Sorry, I had to do it again. Karen, invite Linda to be on your show. Oh, I have. But she's so high up there, she probably don't even know I exist. I have tried to get a hold of her, but no prevail, honey. She has not wrote me back. And my friends who are friends of hers have wrote her. She has not wrote them back. I think that she likes getting paid to do interviews. I don't think she does free interviews. Tracy, Elvis was desperately trying to get rid of Linda. Yeah, he got Ginger and he got her real quick. Melissa, Trevor, so Marty Lacker was lying in his book about Elvis wanting her gone? You're back from the ad, Paranormal. Good. Trevor, wrong, Lily. She said she went to Elvis's hotel room and said that she was leaving. He brought her another girl to the hotel and was hiding her and lied to her. Elvis was an ornery, naughty boy. We love him, but he was a naughty boy, like his mother would say. Elvie, you a naughty boy. Lily, it would be way too expensive. I don't think Shauna would want to pay the insane amount that Linda Thomas charges. Exactly. She charges a lot for interviews that I just don't have. Maybe that's why she hadn't wrote me back, is because I'm not throwing money at her. I'm not telling her how much I'll pay her, I guess. Everett. Billy Smith said that Elvis kept most of his serious girlfriends around for only 5 years. He would just cut them off and wish he would have done that to Prissy. I do too. He had the 5-year cutoff rule. Jessica, that's just wow about the blue suede shoe thing. Yeah, people might pay that much money for something that Elvis wore one time. Joy, Elvis played juggle the women. He's seen them home when he had another girl coming in. Like some of the girls say, when Elvis would leave, just like some of his women would say, when one woman would leave, another woman would be in her place. Like that. Yes, Ruby, this channel is for entertainment purposes only, folks. This is based upon my opinion and the opinion of others in the chat. Thank you, Ruby. Tina, yes, Billy did say that Elvis didn't own a pair of blue suede shoes. So it's weird that for him not owning a pair, it's kind of funny they're going to auction. Manly, Sam Phillips bought Carl Perkins a Cadillac for the success of blue suede shoes. Carl thought the car was a bonus, but Sam deducted the cost from Carl's royalties. Wow, I would have been upset with that manly stranger. I'd have been like, hey, Sam, if I'd have wanted a car, I'd have bought one for myself. Melissa, I've seen it. She's full of it. She's left because she was left with no choice. Elvis wanted Ginger. I'm sure David Briggs could fill in some of the gaps. Trevor, Cat, not true. Linda wanted to leave and called her for the plane and got on it and went home. Larry King. Got check out the whole story. So basically, we need to watch this Larry King interview with Linda Thompson, guys, in order to find the real truth. Ness, could be those ugly blue suede shoes Lockwoods wore to court. Rainbow. David Briggs. Linda was fooling around with the keyboardist. Broke the trust golden rule with Elvis. Yep. You don't mess with other men, period, when you're with Elvis. That's the golden rule he had. Elvis check. Sing it, Shauna. Well, I love that song from the Judds, especially with Carl Perkins backing him up. He wrote that song for them. Rose, I don't feel one way or another about Linda Thompson, but people are paying $1,200 a person to attend her sessions during Elvis Week. Yeah, that's during Elvis Week, but the meet and greets that she's doing on the road starts at $1,000 to $5,000. So no matter how you put it, the product is making the money. Elvis chick, Rose, Jerry's is the same price. I wouldn't pay that to see any of them. Yes, but Jerry isn't on the road as well. The only difference. Jerry makes the money during Elvis Week. Priscilla makes the money during Elvis Week. But Priscilla's taking the show on the road to charge people $1,000 to $5,000. Let's see. Steve Allen was a pompous jerk, Cheryl. Just rubes. Let's face it, Elvis. If Elvis didn't want a man or woman around, he got rid of them one way or another. Yes, and he didn't like confrontation, so he normally would let other people get rid of him for him. Hey man, I don't like that Joe guy. Hey Billy, get rid of him for me. Cat Girl Blue. Trevor Thompson, watch it again. That's not what happened. He sent her home and told her he thought she'd want to go see her parents. Watch it again. Cat Girl Blue. Before Linda went back to Memphis, though, she charged $30,000 to Elvis. Mm-mm-mm. Trevor, Shauna, do I get $1 of that $2 membership to put up with some of your followers? No! No! But I think we all need to watch that Larry King interview with Linda Thompson again to figure it out. But no, I'm not, no. But seriously, guys, I am going to start a membership. I know I'll have it up by this weekend. So if you want to start, I'm going to start it at $2, and you guys are going to get 4 free videos a month just for you. Nobody else, just for you guys. Nobody else can see these videos but you guys, and it's only $2 a month. Everett, maybe he didn't own blue suede shoes like Billy said. Maybe he just wore them one time on the show. Everett, that's what I've been saying. Elvis wore a pair of blue suede shoes for one show. Gave those shoes to Alan Fortaz. Alan Fortaz gave them to the auction block, and it's just a one-time wore shoe. But Billy and Joe Smith didn't remember he wore blue suede shoes on the Steve Allen show, obviously. Or they would remember to say, oh yeah, he did. He owned one pair, but only wore them once. Lily, Cat Girl Blue, we're obviously up against someone who loves Linda Thompson. I'll just keep the facts to myself. I ain't saying nothing. I never said I did not like Linda Thompson. I'm just saying there's some things I've been seeing that I haven't seen lately. Trevor, you and Cat Girl Blue keep your debating going, because I can't keep reading what you guys are saying to each other. We're all kind of off of the subject of why Linda left Elvis, why Elvis left Linda. I mean, if you guys want a Linda Thompson show, I'll give you guys a Linda Thompson show. We'll do it. But I might do that for my members only. Cat Girl Blue, I see that Linda herself told the story, but some don't want to hear it. Well, guys, let's quit the talking about who left who when it comes to Linda Thompson, or you'll keep me here all night, guys. But speaking of, we've got all this stuff that I read you tonight. We started off with Riley Keough's legal woes over Lisa Marie Presley's ex, Lockwood, trying to get $150,000 from the Promenade Trust for the legal fees. We talked about Prissy Pants getting Vernon Presley's anniversary death date wrong by a day. We've talked about Elvis being in the news of being on the Billboard chart for 200 weeks with Elvis 30 #1 hits. And we talked about how much Priscilla's meet and greets are on the road, $1,000 to $5,000. We've talked about Elvis blue suede shoes being up for auction. Auction starts at $69,000, but they're wanting about $152,000. And that's pretty much it about it. That's pretty much it, guys, for the news this week. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I know I did. Y'all give me a great excuse to come here every night because I love you guys and I love Elvis. You know, and Anthony said that Linda was the greatest. And Teresa said that everyone used Elvis. I will have to agree. Everyone except for his own daughter. Lily, you're entitled to your opinion. And that's what makes the world go round, guys. Our opinions. But y'all can research things and find out the truth on your own time and your own way. And you can get to the bottom of things by researching, especially stuff that we talked about this evening. If y'all want to do your own research about Linda Thompson, go do so. When you guys watch that Larry King interview with Linda Thompson, let me know how that goes. If you guys want me to do a show about Linda Thompson, let me know. All right? But anyways, guys, look on Sunday. Look on this channel site on Sunday. The membership option will be there for you guys if you want to be a member. And like I said, the perks of being a member to my channel will be 4 free videos a month that other people don't get. So if you want to see more of me, the membership will cost you $2. Just $2 a month. Just much cost as it would to get, a cup of coffee. But it helps me, and I'd appreciate it. And it gives me a chance to talk to you guys some more. But anyways, guys, if you haven't already, please go and watch episode 3 of Baby Let's Play House Book Club. Okay, I'm trying to get y'all caught up because we're going to do more on Monday night. Okay, we're going to do part 2 of chapter 3 on Monday night. All right, so guys, if you're missing that video, watch Baby Let's Play House episode 3. Okay, it's in the playlist, so you can watch it and get caught up with the book club. Y'all love it, and I love it too. I'll see you Monday night on the book club, and you guys are going to be here, and we're going to talk about that book. But anyways, folks, TCBTLC, God bless y'all, and you know what? I'll see you on the other side. And don't you worry, old Trevor. Sometimes opinions are like buttholes. We've all got one. Ha ha ha! All right, guys, pray for one another. Pray for Tanya. Pray for Miss Kimberly. And guys, be careful out there, okay? Watch your back. Be careful. I love y'all. God bless you. And I'll see you Monday, okay? Bye, y'all.